Hatshepsut the Pharaoh Queen. Born between 1505 and 1495 BC in Thebes, Egypt, she was the firstborn to the 18th dynasty pharaoh, Thutmose I. She came from a long lineage of native Egyptian Africans from regions across the Nile River and the Sahara. Her father tragically died when she was just 12 years old. This concluded in her marrying her half-brother, Thutmose II, who also tragically died very early into his reign. Because there was no other ruler, and the only other heir to the throne was an infant, Hatshepsut became the co-regent at this time. Hatshepsut's contributions. She contributed significantly to her country. She ruled there for over 20 years, and her reign became known as an era of peace and prosperity. One of her most notable achievements was her expedition to what was referred to as the Land of Punt, now known as the Horn of Africa, that has countries like Ethiopia and Somalia. This expedition brought back many luxury goods such as ivory, gold, and myrrh. She was also responsible for the creation of the Djeser, a monument that still stands today in ancient Egypt near Thebes. Hatshepsut, Queen and Pharaoh. Her rulership was controversial to many. Despite her legitimate royal lineage and right to the throne, many disagreed that a woman should not hold such amount of power as pharaoh. Although her leadership was forced because the only legitimate male heir was a young boy at the time, her stepson, Thutmose III. Nevertheless, as he grew up, Hatshepsut continued to rule ancient Egypt and built a supportive elite group of Egyptians for her royal court. Many instances in her monuments and hieroglyphs she is depicted as male with a beard and with the headdress. Historians say that this must have been a strategy to legitimize her authority to the throne. The erasure of Hatshepsut. After her death, many noticed that some of her monuments and hieroglyphs were defaced. Many historians previously believed that this was done by her stepson and predecessor to the throne, Thutmose III. At the time, it was commonly thought that animosity between the two pharaohs led to her erasure in history. Today, many historians believe otherwise, and that the destruction of her monuments were brought by a systemic need to reuse the materials. Additionally, as for her personal monuments that were damaged, this was an ancient pharaonic tradition called statue deactivation. The ritual began by the new pharaoh defacing their predecessor's monument to neutralize the spiritual power. This is why we see many statues or artifacts in ancient Egypt intentionally damaged at specific points, such as the neck, waist, and knees. How Hatshepsut contributes to African studies. Hatshepsut the Queen Pharaoh is a prominent figure in Black history as the first native African female pharaoh. She was a pioneer in her own right, recognized as one of the most significant pharaohs and longest reigning monarchs of her dynasty. She challenged the prevailing norms of her time by ruling as a female pharaoh, defying traditional gender expectations.